things that I left unsaid.
This is FantasyEsque and welcome back to Vampire Amazon with the Salazar Coven. It seems as though our champion Ursula Ranarain has discovered a little something at the scene of the fire while she was investigating. A strand of blonde hair that she thinks may belong to a certain alchemist's daughter. Now, we also had the butler with blonde hair, and this did cross Ursula's mind. It could be the butler's strand. However, the butler died in the fire, but not only that, the butler's supposed to be cleaning, not leaving pieces of hair on the place. Why would she be sitting down over here by the fireplace when she's supposed to be working? But also, the butler's hair was a lot shorter, she's dead now, was a lot shorter than Rose's is, and straighter, I think. Rose's hair is a bit curly and a lot longer. So there we go. Ursula has kind of found a piece of evidence of who might have been using this place before the fire went out and whose negligence it was that caused that. And she's pondering what she's going to do with this piece of information. Does she want to confront Rose, threaten Rose, or does she want to go straight to the Queen herself? So guys, we're going to jump into this episode and see what sort of drama unfolds. Ready your hearts, because some of your most beloved characters might be in a little bit of trouble. So guys, okay, let us jump into the episode. And hold on a second, let me check if autonomy is on. Yes it is, so that's great. But let's see what everyone's doing. Queenie seems as though is out here. Right, she's in her second trimester. Nymphadora is upset at someone and something. Rose is taking a bath, which is fine, Rose. You go take a bath. You have no clue what type of trouble you're into. And oh no, is she gonna yell at Nymphadora? Why? Why is she yelling at Nymphadora of all places? I mean, of all people. I don't know why she wants to yell at Nymphadora. I don't want to encourage it, but she's doing it on her own. For whatever reason, she's yelling at Nymphadora. Maybe she's telling her now's not the time to be angry and show your attitude and look disheveled. We have other problems in the castle that require us to be unified. I think that might be why she's yelling at Nymphadora. Let's hope that is the case. But, guys, everyone seems to have done their bit of training for the day, except for Melina, because she doesn't care and doesn't want to. But I think Rose is going to see the Queen. And since the Queen's not exercising, let's get her in a beautiful dragon scale dress so that she can look as imposing as possible. There we go, imposing Queen. Now we'll get Ursula to come on by, and she is going to recall mortal life. Why not? We can take that as her giving the Queen a report, or her little inkling of what might have happened and who might have been involved. So she's decided she's going to go talk to the Queen instead of confront someone. That's what she feels like she should do. And it's probably the best way she can incur damage on whoever was involved. So Ursula's gone ahead, spoken to the queen. And I think the queen's asking her, who do you think did this? And what's your opinion on what should be done with them? And Ursula said, well, they risked the safety of the entire castle. I almost died in the fires, no less. The butler definitely went. So I think you need to punish whoever did this so that nothing like this happens in the future. And people aren't really negligent with the fires in the future. Otherwise, someone could actually die. Especially if everyone's occupied with something else or if they don't reach each other in time. It's a dangerous scenario. So the queen's extracting the name of whoever it is, and Ursula said, well, it's none other than Rose, the alchemist's daughter, yet another petty Alcandrica. And we know that the queen doesn't entirely like Rose. Yeah. She dislikes Melina, and she's got a slight negative impression of Rose, I would say. So the queen has decided, and she is going to summon everyone to the throne room to address this problem. So for that to happen, guys, I need to turn autonomy off, otherwise this isn't going to work. Okay, so the queen is going to head up to the throne room. This is an emergency meeting. Oh, no, you don't sit on the throne. Emergency meeting, the queen's gonna head up to the throne room, and we will get Ursula to sit there, and, oh yeah, Freya's not even here. Nymphadora will get changed, first of all. Let's get changed, and then you need to come up, sit here. I don't have anyone specific that's supposed to sit next to the queen. I know it's normally the right hand, I think, is it? The queen's left hand, and then the queen's heiress, which we don't have an heiress right now, but I might start implementing things that way. Maybe. I guess the advisor or right hand should be there, but I don't know, because everyone does a good job. Typically, I like having two of the most important ladies to the queen kind of sit in those spots instead of the heiresses. So right now it's Ursula and Nymphadora. Usually it would be Ursula and Freya. And it's not role specific, it just depends. But yeah, you need to come sit up here. We need to call Melina. Emergency meeting, Melina. You need to attend. Now Melina obviously has no clue about what's been going on. Her daughter has not confided in her. Told her that, oh, mother, I might have been the cause of that fire. She hasn't said anything. So, this might be a little bit of a surprise. So, everyone, let's get them. Yeah, well, she is very sad. I think Rose does feel nervous about this meeting, and maybe she feels very isolated because she hasn't told anyone what happened. She hasn't even told her mother, so, yeah, maybe she feels a little bit strange about it all. Okay, Queenie, come on, let's go sit down. Everyone's making their way up. It is raining. Quite a bit, I must say. Quite a bit. It's towards the end of winter, though. Okay. Look at our purple alchemists blending in with the chairs. Queenie, sit down, please. Nymphadora, you need to also sit down, and Melina, please. No need to get up. I just feel like Melina dislikes being in the same space as Ursula, because half the time, whenever I see them together, they just have like a negative reaction without even talking to each other as soon as they enter the room. And honestly, does sight kind of, also have something, like when you dislike someone, is sight also something that puts you off? I don't know. But okay, well, the queen has called everyone here, and now she is giving a bit of an announcement. She is letting the ladies know that, there was a fire recently, as you might be aware, that nearly caused the death of our beloved champion, Lady Ursula. She has gone ahead and investigated and found something that might incriminate someone. Or maybe not incriminate, that's probably a harsh word, but point towards someone's negligence. And because that is something dangerous, who knows, the queen might have been the one to die and she hasn't even had an heir yet, so you can kind of see the seriousness of the matter. So she has decided that this matter needs to be addressed, which is why everyone has been called here. And a strand of blonde hair was found at the scene of the fire. It is their belief that this strand belongs to Rose, and so I think the queen is going to pull out this strand of blonde hair and kind of show it to everyone and ask Rose, is this or is this not your hair? And well, it's kind of obvious, especially with Melina's face looking the way it is, so Rose is gonna admit to it and say, yes, I do use the spots by the fireplaces quite a bit. I go there. That's where I spend my time. And so she has pretty much admitted to all of this. So the queen is going to accept that, and she's going to say, even though nobody died, and Melina saved Ursula's life, for which they are thankful, it still does not clear the fact that Rose, for whatever reason, left the fires unattended, and it caused a fire. So a punishment is in order. The queen has thought about it. She has conferred with the warrior, and the punishment she is going to give out to Rose includes throwing her in the dungeon cells for a couple of days. So how many days? I'm not entirely sure. It depends on the queen's mood. But she is just announcing over here that Rose has been ordered down to the dungeons to spend the next few nights in the cells. So that is pretty much what's going to happen. You can see Nymphadora feels terrible about all of this. Ursula seems flippin' happy. So there we go. Now Ursula is going to march Rose. There we go. She's going to march Rose down to the dungeons, which hasn't been used yet, but it is going to now. So let's open up the dungeon cells. I'll open up this cell, and Ursula is gonna march Rose, young teenager Rose, to the dungeons. Rose, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for Rose, but this is the way it's supposed to be. Oh, this is the way that Ursula wants it to be. Jeez. So there we go. She's gonna be marched down to the dungeon while everyone else waits. Oof. I'm kind of scared because we all know Melina's at the brink of her life. And if something should happen to Melina while Rose is in the dungeon, kind of going through her punishment, then that's gonna be very tragic, won't it? I'm not saying I have anything planned. I wouldn't plan something that evil, of course. But if it happens, I'll just let it happen. Well, this is the first time I think Rose is actually coming down in this particular area of the castle. She typically stays away from it. I think she's come as far as the training room, but never ever been in the dungeon cells. And the sad thing is, she needs to pee. She's very lonely and stressed. And I don't think this is going to help her out much. So let's go and sit. So she is going to be taken. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yep. She just got even more of a negative relationship with Ursula from this whole ordeal. And yeah, I know it's because Ursula is hissing. But that's fine. For the purpose of story, guys, let's ignore it. Now we're going to close for everyone. And she has to pee. Oh my goodness, you poor thing. And she needs to stay down here, basically. And she's so upset and she's lonely. I feel so bad for her. Hopefully she survives. The vampires can be very tough. Look at Ursula. She's so happy. Ursula is so happy. But okay. We need to decide what day she's going to be allowed out. And I think the queen is probably going to get Rose to come out on Saturday. So Rose will be released on Saturday, but until then, she has to stay in the prison cells as a punishment for negligence. So I'm just gonna add this. A little reminder to say that Rose is to be released today. What can we put? We have nothing in, like, imprisoning or anything? No? Let's see. No, not to that. I guess we can come back to that if need be. What's something that's slightly nice? I don't know. What's something that seems like you would have for a release date of something? I don't know, man. It's so confusing. I don't see anything here. So we're just gonna go back to the notes, because I think, yeah, the papers, because you know you sign off the papers for the release. So Rose's release, I'll pop that in. Wonderful. So Rose is gonna get released on Saturday, but she's gonna have to stake it out in the dungeon cells until then. Now, if she doesn't survive, then I really don't know. Hopefully she does, because the Queen has ordered that no food is to be given to Rose during this time. I mean, she might decide to give Rose some food if she feels sorry for her. Maybe Melina's gonna sneak some food in. I don't know. Right now, the Queen has pretty much decided that no food is included. Oh, and we just got the notification. Lady Melina Alcantarica's long life is coming to an end. This would be a good time to get affairs in order. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, looks as though Lady Melina's life is coming to an end. Okay, do we have autonomy on? I just put it on. Yes, I did. Coolios. So they shouldn't be trapped here anymore, but oh my goodness, at the end of her life, hopefully she doesn't croak before Saturday. Otherwise, I think Rose is going to be absolutely heartbroken that her mother passed away when she was imprisoned in the dungeon. Oh my goodness. But okay, now that that's done, there's no point in Melina worrying. She can't do anything for her daughter. She might want to sneak in a potion, if possible, for her child so that she feels a little bit better. Because, you know, she can't exactly go and shower or anything or deal with her bladder. But I don't think Melina, yeah, I feel like the Queen would have some strict things in place where only she wouldn't want them to give potions to her. They're not supposed to use the potions anyways. It's for the vampires. But, I don't know. Maybe Nymphadora is going to feel kind enough to sneak some food to her and give her some plates of food or something. Who knows? We'll have to see. Maybe even some fruit, I guess. Some apples. Does Rose have any ingredients? Well, she's got parsley. She could eat that. Just survive on herbs. Oh. Actually, she does have a potion of plentiful needs. She also has a potion of good fortune. So, hey, that's pretty cool. I didn't realize she went into the dungeon with those things. Seems as though the Queen did not confiscate them, which I don't know if that's a smart thing. She'd probably confiscate stuffs. Just saying. But we're going to put this into the family inventory, the little Alcantarica chest, and whatever else. I don't know. Would the Queen kind of take that away? I feel as though she would have. Yeah. Now, we don't have a chest here, because I was going to say they have to put their belongings in here and kind of get it back at some other point. See, that's the thing about these alchemists, right? I mean, they could travel to the magic realm if need be. But the thing is, I don't think she should or will, because her mother is still here. It's unlikely that her mother's also going to go to the magic realm, so what if something happens while she's gone? I don't think Rose wants that on her head. But I feel as though we should have a chest here where everyone's belongings can go, and then when the prisoners are released, they get their belongings back. So chest, where is it? Actually, let's go to storage. And we'll get a black chest. Yeah, black chest seems good. Now, Do we want... I think 2 chests for now will do, probably. Maybe. Maybe. Hold on a second. This size is fine, right? Let's do BB move objects on. I don't think the queen is that silly to kind of let her stay with like her potions and stuff. No doubt she knows. She's an alchemist. She dabbles in all sorts of things. Obviously, she's gonna have some stuff up her sleeve, so you need to make sure that you take all those belongings away. So I do feel as though they might have confiscated it. Oh. Confiscated items. There we go. Hold on a second. And we'll open this, and all her stuff that she had is going to be popped in there, and then she can claim them. Obviously, we can't take the crystal. That's probably something that's inside her, so we're not going to do that. But everything else is going to go in confiscated items, and then when she's released, whenever she's released, she can go ahead and take that. So unfortunately, now she doesn't have like the spells to make her own food, so she can't go ahead and create her own food. I mean, yeah, she could practice magic, even though it's not allowed. She could practice some magic. But, yeah, she's not gonna be able to kind of summon her own food or anything. Hopefully, Nymphadora feels sorry enough for her to go get her some food at some stage. But, okay, Nymphadora, you are thirsty. And that's about it. So, Melina, I think you should actually go ahead and probably take a drink yourself. Just saying. I feel as though you really need to take a drink yourself, honey. So she's going to drink this, and then she's going to deliver a potion. And when she delivers this potion, she might ask Nymphadora if Nymphadora can send some food to her daughter, because she's a bit concerned about her. So she's going to try her luck and see what she can do for little Rose. Oh, Rose. Being thrown into the dungeon as a teenager. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. The things she is going through. It's an interesting time because she is qualified. She became qualified, I think, in the previous episode to become an alchemist. So she can take over the duties of her mother, but she just had to get involved in this. But it's because Persephone sent an owl that was supposedly urgent, so she went to see what it was. It's not like she meant to do all of this. Okay, let's change. And then let's go to Nymphadora. Oh, Persephone came to visit. Persephone! Persephone, my friend. Oh my goodness. I think she might have heard about the fact. Yeah, she probably heard that Rose has been thrown into prison, and she probably came to visit and find out what the hell is happening. Look how upset Nymphadora is. She looks so upset. Oh, yeah. I think maybe Persephone might be a little bit worried if she finds out the night the fires happened, because Persephone obviously didn't know about the fires or anything. But she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, a couple nights back we had a huge fire where Ursula almost died, but Melina saved her." And then Persephone might think, "Wait, which night?" She's gonna say that night, a few nights ago. I can't remember the specific day, guys. And then Persephone might think to herself, that's the night I sent an owl to Rose. Oh my goodness, she might be a little bit worried. Okay, let's get you to drink this. Oh no, they got a negative relationship. I don't know from what. They got a bit of a negative relationship. Oh yeah, they still have a love thing going on, so Persephone, I don't think will be able to make the connection just yet that her letter might have had something to do with Rose neglecting the fires, because she's a Nymphadora. Whenever she's with Nymphadora, she's got this haze of romance above her head, which is what Rose is trying to solve, remember guys? So right now, she is completely in love with Nymphadora and vice versa, and they're not worried about anything else. And I think Nymphadora got a little bit, yeah, not upset at Melina, but I think she might have thought, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't go there, and it's such a sensitive time. I can't deliver food to her. The queen has strictly said no food is to go to Rose. So that's what she said. Now, I think Melina might try again and say, can you please at least sneak her an apple? If you can't give her anything else, can you at least give her an apple? So Melina's gonna give an apple, send an apple through Nymphadora to her daughter Rose. And hopefully she gets that fine and that helps sustain her, even if it's just a little bit. But that's currently what we're doing. Now, we haven't had Freya come back and visit, but obviously we haven't given Freya the key, which she normally doesn't need because she stays with us. Okay. How's that gonna go? Yep, okay. She's agreed. She said yep. So I think the way I would have taken that is if she had a negative reaction to that, we wouldn't have given it. If she had a positive, then. So she had a positive reaction, which means she agreed, and she's going to say, fine, I won't deliver food to her, but I will give her an apple. That is the least I can do. So we're going to get Nymphadora to fly here as a bat. That's right, she doesn't have to walk all the way, does she? She's going to fly there as a bat. And then she is going to give an apple to Rose and say, your mother gave this to you. No one's allowed to bring food, but I do feel for you. So I'm going to sneak you this. Hopefully it sustains you for a little bit longer. I don't know when the queen's going to change her mind and order any food to be brought in. But oh my goodness, looks as though she has peed herself. Her hygiene is absolutely low. She's getting hungry and she's lonely. Oh my goodness, precious child. Okay, she's going to go ahead and eat that apple. I hope that helps a little bit, Rose. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Yeah, that helped a little bit, so she feels a bit better. And now Nymphadora is off to go talk with... And she wanted to make a friend, no less. But now she's in a friendless state. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Nymphadora feels good. She did drink her potion. Oh yeah, Ursula wanted to critique something. So let's go ahead. She's greeting Persephone. They've had a good relationship. She's gonna critique this. Actually, yeah. She's gonna critique this. Is there like a... Can you critique this? No, she cannot. Fascinating. Well, she's just gonna go, I guess, critique whatever's closest to her. Yeah, so let's critique that. And I'll take it as just her pondering upon things and thinking of stuffs. I think that's what she's going to be doing. Yeah, look at that. Just casually, while she's looking at this painting, giving her opinion on the whole situation and that, oh, not Melina, but Rose got what she deserved. She put my life at risk. My life. So I don't think it's a personal grievance. The only thing I think is a personal grievance is telling the queen and getting Rose in trouble. But I do think Ursula has the, security of the coven in mind. Because, yeah, it's a serious thing for a fire to go off in the coven. What if someone died? And they didn't, but they could have. So, I think she's not necessarily doing anything wrong in that she's, actually doing her job as a warrior and as a protector and doing her investigations and making sure that the people who are doing wrong are punished and whatever else. But maybe she's being a little bit too harsh with Rose, and that's where I feel like her personal grievance is coming with the Alcandrica line. She could have just asked the queen to reprimand Rose and, confiscated some stuff or whatever else. Who knows? She could have had some other punishment for Rose or get her to do some service around the castle, something like that. but she didn't. She influenced the queen and said that, oh, Rose should be locked away without access to food and people and anything else. Especially at this point in their lives when Melina is so old, it probably would have been much kinder to give Rose some other punishment where she could have still been in contact with her mother. But no, Ursula thought that's not what she wants. She wants Rose to suffer. She wants Rose to be in the dungeons. So there we go. I know some of you get annoyed by Ursula, which I find hilarious. I love Ursula. She's one of my favorites. Absolutely adore her. Especially now that we're seeing people's characters develop. I don't know why, I'm kind of drawn to the evil Sims. But she's not evil. She's not evil. She's just mean. She has a bit of a mean streak. Ah, my lovely Ursula. You little meanie. Okay. I don't think you need to be sleeping. And Rose's little wish thing is going to go away because now that she is in the dungeon, her whims does not matter entirely. Did we just kill the money tree? Oh my god, did we just kill the money tree? How could we kill the money tree? That was our income! Oh my goodness, please tell me I'm gonna get like a money fruit or something like that from this. Please, don't die. Did we really not water it or did we leave it by itself too long? Because it normally doesn't need to be watered or weeded. Oh my goodness. Well guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.